Hi, it's Ruby. As you can see, we've collected a good amount of books, so it's time for a book haul. Most of these I bought in March. I only bought 4 books in April, and I won't be buying anything else in April. I'm going to be good and wait. I will probably pick something up in May. There are so many new releases that I'm excited about, but for a lot of them, I have arcs. So I'll be reading them first and then deciding if I want to buy them. And then I just need to be a little bit mindful because I will be traveling in May and it's expensive. So yeah. But for now, let's go through the stack because we have a ton of books. First of all, I did buy a lot of books in series. One of them that I should have waited. I should wait, but I didn't. I was bad with these 3 series. The first one is the Zodiac Academy series. I have all of these on my Amazon wish list because I want them all, but I just need to cool it for a little bit with the book buying. So far, these are the only ones that are out up to book 4. I do have book 1. I read book 1, but I did get book 2, Ruthless Fae. And then I got book 3, The Reckoning. And then book 4, which is really pretty, Shadow Princess, which I feel like this is everybody's favorite of the series. So I'm excited. This is like Taurus, right? My husband's a Taurus. I'm a Sagittarius. My brother is a Cancer. My mom's also Sagittarius. And my dad's a Leo. Of course, my dad's a Leo. That tracks. But yeah, I'm really excited to continue on. I know one of my bookish friends, Summer, has been reading this. And she is literally like, she's making her way. She's already like almost done with Ruthless Boys, I think. And I'm going to be doing the same thing. I just only own these, so I'm gonna have to do the Kindle Unlimited versions. Hopefully they're not too different from the traditionally published ones because I do feel like they've changed some things based on the first one. They definitely did change some things, but I hope it's not enough to where it's like super different, if you know what I mean. But I have those now, which I'm happy about. And then these I picked up because they had them on Book Outlet. I did have a Book Outlet order, and I really want to read this. I feel like a lot of people really love this series from Tahira Mafi. I think it's just the This Woven Kingdom series, but we have book 1, This Woven Kingdom, and then book 2 is These Infinite Threads, and then book 3 is All This Twisted Glory, and I believe there's going to be a book 4. So I think it's a quartet. I don't know if there's going to be more than 4 books, but I'm excited to read it because a lot of people that I share reading taste with have really liked this. So I'm thinking that I'll love it too. And I hope so because I was bad and I bought the whole thing. So yeah, I'm at least going to give it a shot because when I buy a book, I make an effort to read it. And you know, if you follow me, we have all those series, Books of Ultimatum, Clear the Cart, finishing series I'm in the middle of, and our newest one, Will I DNF? I'm so happy that you guys like that because it was actually really fun and really like satisfying to finally go through books that I've had on my shelves forever. But I have a lot of books that have been sitting there. So I will be doing another episode because you all did like it. So I'm happy about that. But that's the second one that we got, and there is a third one. Again, I should not have gotten this before reading it. Should have gotten it from the library, but I blame my TikTok friends. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. I hope that I do. I trust in their opinions. There are only certain people where like I trust what they're saying, and then there's some people where my reading taste does align with them. I watch a lot of people that I have nothing in common with, that our reading tastes do not align, but I watch them because I like them. But then there are a couple people that I follow because our reading taste is similar. For the most part, I never care what people talk about. I just want to talk about books or like hear about books. But yeah, I think that I'm gonna like this one. I hope that I do. And I picked it up because book 2 is just so beautiful that I was afraid they would stop making book 2 like this. But I mean, it's already beautiful because it's blue. I love blue books. You all know this if you follow me. But look at it. Oh my goodness. It's even better without the freaking dust jacket. It's so gorgeous. I don't know. I'm so drawn to this. I think it's so stunningly beautiful. Even if this got ruined, I wouldn't even care because it's so pretty. But the first one's not like that. I don't know if the first one was like that initially. I actually got the first one off of someone from Pango. And it's not like in the best condition, but it's fine. It'll do, but I'm excited. I hope that I really like this. So that's all I got as far as like getting multiple books in series before even reading them, which is bad. But let's go to April new releases, because these are the only 4 that I got in April. Well, we're going to talk about 3 of the 4, but these 4 here are all April releases. And the reason I say 3 is because this one I did not buy. Thanks to Harper, Voyager, and the Nerd Fam for sending this one over. It came out April 8th, so you can already get this. And I was really interested in this one. So I said yes to a copy of it. House of Blight by Maxim Martineau. This in the back, it says, withholding her magic will save her life. Using her magic could save the world. And I don't want to read you the whole blurb, but let's see what maybe they have something, some trigger words. I don't know. What are they called? Keywords. There's a whole thing in the back, but it says a slow burn gothic romantasy bursting with secrets, tension, and gardens. Perfect for spring. And didn't we just do the freaking April TBR and I was like struggling finding a book for spring? This could have been it. This could have been it. But look at the characters. They're so cute. So yeah, I'm excited about that one. And then the other new releases that came out in April that I bought myself are Fearless from Books A Million. I made a whole TikTok on this. There are so many different versions of Fearless, and I own the Barnes & Noble copies of Powerless and Reckless because I like those colors better. Although with Powerless, they did purple, which let me get them. I'll show them to you. I have the little novella. I didn't get the, you know how they made them this size and it was just blue? I don't care. I like this. It's cute. I said it in my TikTok, but it reminds me of my House of Night novels. They did the novellas in the little format too, and I thought they were adorable. But Powerless, the traditionally published one, is purple, and I got the Barnes one, which was pink, but I really wanted the purple. And I think there's videos where I'm actually saying like, I really want the purple, but I ended up getting this one because it had exclusive content. And then Reckless, I got the Barnes one because I just thought this blue was beautiful. And I do like the traditionally published red, but this was just prettier in my opinion. And these look really good together. The only thing was that they switched from silver to gold, but that didn't really bother me. It still looked really good together. But for Fearless, the regular one was light pink. And I think Target also had light pink. And then Walmart had a peachy corally, no, it was like a corally pink. And then Barnes, I don't know who made this decision for Barnes, but they need to hire somebody else, because Barnes did white flowers with bold, and the white flowers don't bother me. Like, white's pretty, but then they did this bold, and it's like red as hell. For the Fearless, it's just like bright, stark red, and also on the spine. And it does not look good with these. I'm sorry, but and if you got that one, I'm so happy for you. I hope you love it, but I just don't think that it looks good. So I ended up getting the Books A Million copy because, first of all, I had never really gone to Books A Million prior to like this past month. Like, I've been there a couple times, but it's not somewhere that I go to, and it's closer to me than Barnes & Noble. So I just Googled it and it happened to show up. So yeah, they have the purple, and this makes sense to me. This looks good to me. I mean, don't you agree? And then, like I said, you can see Powerful. They did the like full version in the blue, but I just didn't care enough. But yeah, like I said, this makes sense to me. So I picked it up from Books A Million. If you have the Barnes ones and you're also not happy with Fearless, check out Books A Million because I think they look really good together. And even like this, they look good. I think so. And then the other two new releases, which one of these, I don't even know if it came out in April. I hope so. If not, whatever. Sunrise at the Reaping. I think it came out in March, right? Oh, well. And then I picked up The Conditions of Whale by Jessa Hastings. We have to talk about this a little bit because I didn't want to get this. Like, I wanted it because I love Jessa Hastings and I love her writing. I love Magnolia Parks so much. The fourth book, Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, is my favorite. I love that book and I love her writing. She's just got such unique writing, but I didn't like the way that this book was made. First of all, these French flaps or whatever they call them, I don't understand the point of these. I hate them. And I actually asked in my TikTok, like, do you all know the point? Because I don't, and I really don't. And then the deckled edges. I typically don't like deckled edges. I just don't. But that's how much I love her writing that I just got it. And I got this for like $4 because I went to exchange my copy of Our Infinite Fates and they didn't have another one. So I was like, well, can I just exchange it for something else? And they're like, yeah, or you can get your money back. So I got that one and I got it for $4. So then I picked up The Favorites by Lane Fargo. I've already read this and I loved it, gave it 5 stars. I'm sure that it's in a recap. But yeah, I loved it. And even though I only like to get fantasy in hardcover, I don't even care. I'm making an exception for litfic. I feel like I've been doing that. I don't know. And then I picked up the Fairy Loot edition of Long Live Evil. I have the adult Fairy Loot box, but I skipped this one. I can't believe that I skipped it because I read this recently in a reading vlog. Dude, I freaking love this. As of now, I've read 60 books so far this year, and this is my number one. But it's not going to be for everybody. It's definitely for like a certain type of reader, but damn, I liked it so much. So I got the Barnes one off of somebody from Mercari. It's just really cute. I just really like it. And one thing I really like is that in this world, she goes into like her favorite fantasy series story. She goes into that world and it's called Time of Iron. So they made the book like as if it's like Time of Iron, which I think is so clever because she's technically in Time of Iron, but then you have Long Live Evil. I don't know. I really like little things like that. So I still have my paperback copy because I literally broke the spine of that book, which that's when you know I loved a book. I am that obnoxious person that's like reading her books like this because I don't like to damage them. I didn't even care. I broke that spine. And then I ordered another one to give to my brother because I was not going to give him like a book that I broke the spine for. So I gifted him a copy because he introduced me to Overlord. And I bought the first volume. If you saw that video, you saw that I had just volume 8. And I wanted to start this. It was the whole reason I picked up Long Live Evil to begin with because it's an isekai story. So is this. So I was like very excited for this. But I really, I wanted my own copy. There are 16 volumes. Your girl doesn't have the money to get 16 volumes. So yeah, we're going to start off with volume 1. But I'm so excited to finally have it. This is beautiful artwork. It's just great. It's amazing. I love Overlord already. So I'm excited to read the light novels because I think I'm going to really like them. So yeah, I'm happy I finally have the first volume. So now I will be reading it for sure. I've been saying it, but I'm going to do it now for sure. So when I went to Books A Million to pick up my copy of Fearless, there was a really long line. Because I went when they were already going to close. I didn't know they closed at 8. I was like, damn, that's kind of early. But I didn't know. So it was like 7:45 when I went. And I was like, damn, there's a long line. So while I was waiting, I was like near the bargain section. And I found this copy for $4. And it's like in perfect condition. But it is Song of Silver Flame Like Night. And this is a duology. If I like this, then I will search for the second book. Like I said, I tend to only buy books when they're on sale or if they're new releases. I do make exceptions, but I'm excited for this. I hope that I like it. If I don't, I'll unhaul it, but I was just really excited that it was only $4, so I picked it up. I also went to Barnes to pick up my copy of Wild Side, and this was a while back. It was when it came out in March, but even though I still need to read the second book, and this is the third book. If you don't get them when they release, you don't get the mountains, then you get the numbers on the spine, and it does in fact bother me. And because I have the mountains for everything else, I just figured, let me go ahead and get it. I don't think that I'll hate those books, so I like the first one. Didn't love it, but I liked it enough that I'm keeping it. And then I do have another book coming. It's out for delivery, and it's also an isekai story that one of you suggested. It's called like the Scum Villains something something. I don't remember the name. I got it off of someone from like Mercari. The first volume at least, because like I said, I can't be buying all these volumes, but this one I found on Book Outlet. This is volume 5 in the Heaven Official's Blessing series, which this is the same author as the Scum Villains blah blah blah. I don't know what it's called, but they had it at Book Outlet and it was like $5.99, so I had to get it. But this is volume 5. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3, so I'm missing volumes 4, 6, 7, and 8 because there's 8 volumes. But yeah, I'm excited to read that. And then they did have the 6th and final book in the Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. I have them all now except for the 5th one. Like I said, I like to get them when I can find them, like on sale. But yeah, I need the 5th one. We'll see when I find that or when I get it. And then Book Outlet had Dance of Thieves, just the first one. This is a duology. They did not have Vow of Thieves, which is unfortunate. But this is a spin-off series from the Remnant Chronicles. That's a trilogy, and I do own that trilogy, and I do intend to read. Do you hear Butters crying? Anytime somebody's in the hall, he will bark or he will cry. He either gets mad or he wants to join them. But moving on, I will read the Remnant Chronicles before this, so I have time to find that second book off of Pango or on sale or who knows. And then the last book that I picked up is Next to You by Hannah Bonham Young. This is book 2. The first one is Next of Kin, I believe. And I think they're interconnected. But I love Hannah Bonham Young. I read her other series or interconnected books. Out on a Limb, 5 stars. Out of the Woods, 4.5 stars. I tend to love her writing, her work, her stories. So yeah, I picked this one up. I had Next of Kin. Now I have Next to You. And that is a wrap. That is everything that I picked up, mostly in March. Like I said, I only bought 4 books in April, and that's all I'm going to be buying for April. If I receive books, then that's a different story. But yeah, I'm going to try and be good. I don't know if when I'm traveling, I will pick something up, but of course you will see it if I do. I'm going to try and film when I travel, but it's going to be tough. I don't know. I'm going to be with my family, and I don't like to like shove the camera in people's faces, but I'm going because my little brother is graduating from college. He is graduating with his computer engineering degree, so obviously we're going to go support him. He is getting his master's, so he's not done, but I'm so excited for him because to me, he's like a baby, even though he's not. He's 21, but I was 14 when he was born, so he, in theory, could be my son, but I'm so childish and immature, shall we say youthful. So I have such like teenage interests. I mean, like, I'm a child-free millennial. I got the time. And, you know, I don't know. I love anime. I love a lot of things that he loves. So we've got like an amazing relationship. And I love my brother so much. He watches all my videos. So if you're watching this, I can't wait. I can't wait. And we always have a lot of fun. My husband's just as stupid as I am, so it works out. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward to driving all the way to Texas because that always sucks. But because of Butters, I think in theory Butters can fly. But it just takes that one person to be like, nope, nope, he's too big. And then it's like, so we'll be driving. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out today. As always, give the video a thumbs up. It always helps the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon with another one.